What happens when a young star known for grace and restraint is pushed into a corner on live television and decides she's done staying quiet? Make sure to subscribe to the Star Talks and like and comment for more talk show coverage. Joy Behar smiles toward the camera as the applause fades, her papers stacked neatly in front of her. All right, welcome back. Our next guest is an Emmy-winning actress, fashion icon, producer, and someone who's been very vocal lately about the pressures of fame and public expectations. Zendaya is here with us today. The audience cheers loudly. Zendaya walks out, smiling politely, waving, hugging Joy and Whoopi, exchanging quick greetings with Sunny Hostin and Ana Navarro. She settles into her chair, smoothing her blazer, visibly calm but alert. Joy leans in. Zendaya, it's so good to see you. Thank you for having me, Zendaya says warmly. It's really nice to be here. Whoopi Goldberg nods. You've been busy. Movies, producing, fashion weeks, you ever sleep? Zendaya laughs lightly. Sometimes. Not enough, but I try. The audience chuckles. Ana Navarro tilts her head, studying Zendaya with a half-smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes. Joy flips a card. You've spoken recently about growing up in the spotlight and how people feel entitled to your opinions, your silence, your everything. Zendaya nods. Yeah, I think when you start young, people feel like they know you, or that you owe them a version of yourself that never changes. Sunny jumps in. And when you don't give them that, they get angry. Exactly, Zendaya replies. Or disappointed. Or they project things onto you that aren't true. Ana shifts in her seat. But Zendaya, with respect, you do choose to be public. You choose to take on roles, campaigns, influence. Isn't some of that expectation fair? A small murmur ripples through the audience. Zendaya keeps her expression neutral. I think there's a difference between expectation and entitlement. Ana raises an eyebrow. But influence comes with responsibility. When you don't speak on certain issues, people feel like you're avoiding accountability. Whoopi immediately interjects. Hold on now. Ana continues. I'm not attacking you. I'm saying silence can also be a statement. The room grows noticeably quieter. Zendaya inhales, then exhales slowly. I agree that silence can be a statement, she says carefully. But so can thoughtfulness. So can choosing when you actually have something meaningful to add. Joy nods. That's fair. Ana isn't done. But your fans are young. They look to you. When you stay quiet, they fill in the blanks. Zendaya looks directly at Ana for the first time, her tone still calm but firmer. I don't think it's healthy for anyone, especially young people, to look to celebrities as moral compasses. A few audience members clap. Ana smiles tightly. But they do, whether you like it or not. Zendaya pauses. And that's exactly the problem. There's a brief beat. Sunny leans forward. Can you explain what you mean by that? Zendaya nods. I grew up watching adults argue about what I should be, how I should behave, what I should say. I didn't get a normal adolescence. So now, as an adult, I'm very intentional. I don't want to perform outrage or activism just to satisfy people online. Ana crosses her arms. But some would say you benefit from those same people when they support your projects. The audience lets out a collective oh. Whoopi looks sharply at Ana. Careful. Zendaya doesn't look away. I benefit from people enjoying my work. I'm grateful for that. But gratitude doesn't mean surrendering my autonomy. Applause breaks out. Ana waits for it to die down. No one's asking you to surrender autonomy, just to use your platform. Zendaya nods slowly. I do, just not always loudly. Not always on command. Joy steps in. This feels like a bigger conversation about how we treat public figures. Ana turns to Joy. Or about how public figures avoid hard conversations. Zendaya's jaw tightens slightly. It's subtle but noticeable. With respect, Zendaya says, her voice steady, you're assuming avoidance when you don't actually know the work someone does off camera. Ana tilts her head. That's fair, but perception matters. Zendaya leans forward a bit now, hands clasped. Perception is shaped by narratives, and narratives are often unfair to young women. The audience applauds again, louder this time. Sunny smiles. She's got a point. Ana lets out a small laugh. I'm just saying, when you're elevated as a role model. Zendaya cuts in, still polite but clearly firmer. I didn't ask to be elevated as anything other than an actor doing her job. The crowd reacts with audible surprise. Whoopi claps once. There it is. Anna's smile fades slightly. But you accept awards, praise, influence. Zendaya nods. I accept recognition for my work. That doesn't mean I consented to being used as a spokesperson for every issue, especially when people only listen if you say exactly what they want. The tension is now unmistakable. Joy glances between them. Okay. Ana leans in. But don't you think that stance can come across as dismissive? Zendaya takes a breath. I think dismissing someone's humanity because they're famous is worse. A hush falls over the studio. Even the audience seems unsure whether to clap or stay silent. Sunny softly says, "That's powerful." Ana shifts, clearly preparing to respond. "I'm not dismissing your humanity. I'm challenging your responsibility." Zendaya straightens in her chair. "And I'm challenging the idea that responsibility looks the same for everyone." The audience applauds again, longer this time. Joy smiles nervously. "All right, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back..." Ana interjects. "I'd really like to continue this." Zendaya nods. "So would I." The camera lingers on Zendaya's composed but intense expression as the applause swells and the tension hangs thick in the air, unresolved, charged, and very much alive as the show cuts away. The applause is still echoing as the show comes back from break. The camera widens, the audience settling, but the energy in the room hasn't cooled at all. Zendaya sits upright, hands folded, eyes forward. Ana Navarro adjusts her notes. Joy exhales like she knows what's coming. Joy smiles tightly. "All right, we're back." Clearly this conversation struck a nerve, both here and at home. A few audience members clap in agreement. Whoopi leans back in her chair. "Before we went to break, things got spicy. Light laughter ripples, but it's nervous." Joy turns to Zendaya. "You were saying responsibility doesn't look the same for everyone." Zendaya nods. "Yes. I think we've created this idea that if someone has visibility, they must constantly prove their worth through commentary. And that's exhausting, especially when you're a woman, and especially when you start young." Ana jumps in quickly. "But Zendaya, no one is asking you to comment on everything. Just the big things." Zendaya turns toward her calmly. "The big things are different for different communities. And when celebrities speak, they're often oversimplating very complex issues." Ana tilts her head. "Or they're helping raise awareness." Zendaya pauses. "Sometimes. Other times, they're turning real pain into sound bites." The audience murmurs. Someone claps once, then more follow. Sunny leans in. "I want to ask you this, Zendaya. Do you feel like you're punished either way? If you speak, you're criticized. If you don't, you're criticized." Zendaya smiles faintly. "Yes. Constantly." Whoopi nods emphatically. "That part." Ana crosses her arms. "But that's the price of influence." Zendaya's smile fades, not angrily, just honestly. "Why should it be?" The room goes quiet again. Ana responds, "Because influence shapes opinions. And with that comes responsibility." Zendaya looks directly at her. "Responsibility to who?" "A beat." "To the public," Ana says. Zendaya inhales. "The public isn't a monolith. And often, the loudest voices aren't the most informed." The audience reacts, some applause, some murmurs of disagreement. Joy tries to balance. "Ana, I think Zendaya's point is about boundaries." Ana shakes her head slightly. "I get boundaries. I really do. But I worry about a generation that sees silence from people they admire." Zendaya responds quickly now, emotion creeping in. "And I worry about a generation that thinks posting is the same as action." The crowd erupts into applause, louder than before. Whoopi slaps the table lightly. "Say that again." Zendaya chuckles nervously, but continues. "I've watched people praise statements and ignore actual work. I've seen people tear others down for not tweeting fast enough. That doesn't feel like progress." Ana opens her mouth, then closes it, choosing her words. "But when you don't speak, others speak for you." Zendaya nods. "They already do. Even when I do speak." Sunny looks at Ana. "That's fair." Ana exhales. "Zendaya, I respect you. Truly. But sometimes it feels like celebrities want the benefits of visibility without the burden." Zendaya leans forward slightly, voice still controlled but sharper. "And sometimes it feels like commentators want access to people's souls without respecting their limits." A collective "oh" rolls through the audience. Joy's eyes widen. "Okay." Ana lifts a hand. "I'm not trying to disrespect you." Zendaya nods. "I know, but intention doesn't erase impact." Sunny reacts immediately. "That's true." Ana looks momentarily taken aback. "So now I'm the one causing harm?" Zendaya shakes her head. "No. I'm saying these conversations often put young women on trial. And I've been on that stand since I was 14. Silence. The weight of that lands. Whoopi's tone softens. That's real. Ana uncrosses her arms. I can understand that. I really can. Zendaya continues, her voice quieter now. I grew up being told I was a good role model. And that sounds nice, until you realize it means people are waiting for you to mess up. The audience nods, some visibly emotional. Joy asks gently, do you feel like that pressure still follows you? Zendaya lets out a breath. Every day. Ana interjects, less combative now. But you also have power. Zendaya meets her gaze. And power doesn't cancel out vulnerability. Applause breaks out again, sustained. Sunny smiles softly. That's an important reminder. Ana pauses, then says, I think where we differ is expectations. Zendaya nods. Yes. And expectations placed on women, especially young women of color, are rarely fair. The audience reacts strongly to that. Cheers, claps, a few standing nods. Whoopi points toward the crowd. Listen to them. Ana glances at the audience, then back to Zendaya. Do you think any celebrity owes the public anything beyond their work? Zendaya thinks for a moment. I think we owe honesty. And sometimes honesty is saying, I don't know enough to speak on this. Joy smiles. That's refreshing. Ana presses. But don't fans deserve guidance? Zendaya responds firmly now. Fans deserve encouragement to think critically, not to copy celebrities. The crowd applauds again, louder, more confident. Sunny claps along. That's good. Ana exhales, clearly recalibrating. I can respect that. Zendaya nods politely. Thank you. But the tension hasn't fully dissolved. There's something unresolved hanging. Joy glances at the clock. We have a few minutes left in this segment. Ana looks at Zendaya again. One last thing. Do you think staying silent protects you? Zendaya's expression changes. This lands deeper. No, she says quietly. It protects my sanity. A hush falls over the studio. Whoopi nods slowly. That's not nothing. The audience applauds, some people standing briefly before sitting back down. Joy clears her throat. We're going to take another short break. When we come back, we'll talk about how this conversation exploded online in real time. The camera pulls back as applause swells again. Zendaya sitting still, composed but clearly affected, Ana thoughtful and subdued, and the entire studio buzzing with the sense that this exchange is far from over. The show returns, and before Joy can even finish her sentence, the audience is already applauding. It's louder than before, more energized, like they've been holding something in. Joy laughs softly. All right, I hear you. Whoopi gestures toward the crowd. Y'all came back ready. Zendaya offers a small, appreciative smile, but her shoulders are set, guarded. Ana Navarro looks down at her notes, then back up, clearly aware that the tone has shifted. Joy taps her card. So while we were at break, this conversation started trending. The audience reacts immediately. Sunny leans forward. Our producers are telling us the clips are already everywhere. Whoopi shakes her head. This is why you don't play on live TV. Light laughter breaks some of the tension. Joy turns to Zendaya. How does it feel knowing that everything you just said is being dissected in real time? Zendaya exhales. Honestly, that's kind of my point. Applause erupts again. Ana nods slowly. And that's fair. But I want to clarify something. Zendaya looks at her, attentive but cautious. Ana continues. I wasn't questioning your character. I was questioning the impact of influence. Zendaya nods. I hear that. Ana presses on. But I think where people are reacting is that it sounded like you were rejecting responsibility altogether. Zendaya's eyebrows lift slightly. I'm rejecting forced responsibility. The audience lets out a collective reaction. Sunny jumps in. There's a difference. Whoopi points between them. Big difference. Ana tilts her head. But how do you define the line? Zendaya thinks for a moment. The line is consent. The line is choice. Joy looks intrigued. Explain that. Zendaya sits up straighter. When I choose to speak on something I care deeply about, I do it with intention, research, and commitment. When I'm pushed to speak because silence makes others uncomfortable, that's not advocacy. That's performance. The audience applauds loudly. Ana opens her mouth, then pauses. But silence can also make marginalized people feel unseen. Zendaya nods slowly. I understand that. And that's why I try to uplift voices that are directly affected instead of speaking over them. Sunny reacts immediately. That's key. Whoopi nods. That's how you do it. Ana sighs. I think part of the frustration is that people want certainty. Zendaya responds, her voice firmer now. Life isn't certain, and pretending to have all the answers is dangerous. A strong wave of applause hits. Joy smiles. You're not wrong. Ana glances at the audience. They clearly agree with you. Zendaya offers a small, almost apologetic smile. This isn't about winning. Ana looks back at her. It feels like you're pushing back on the entire system. Zendaya nods. Because the system chews people up. The room goes quiet again. Sunny asks softly, do you feel like the industry protects you? Zendaya lets out a short laugh. No. A few audience members gasp. It protects profit, Zendaya continues. Not people. The reaction is immediate and intense. Whoopi slaps the table lightly. Say that. Ana watches her closely now, no longer combative, more contemplative. Joy says, that's a big statement. Zendaya nods. It's my lived experience. Ana hesitates, then says, I think older generations sometimes forget what it's like to grow up online. Zendaya looks at her, surprised but appreciative. Thank you for saying that. Ana continues. The scrutiny is relentless. Zendaya nods. It is. Sunny smiles gently. This feels like a breakthrough moment. Ana adds, but I still believe influence comes with some obligation. Zendaya responds immediately. It comes with ethical consideration, not obedience. The audience erupts again. Joy laughs. That should be on a t-shirt. Whoopi points at Zendaya. You might want to trademark that. Zendaya laughs briefly, the tension easing for a moment. But Ana leans back in. Let me ask you something personal. Zendaya stiffens slightly but nods. Okay. Ana asks, have you ever regretted staying silent? The room goes very quiet. Zendaya takes a long breath. Yes. Gasps ripple through the audience. Yes, she repeats. There were moments early in my career where I stayed quiet out of fear. Fear of losing work. Fear of being labeled difficult. Sunny reacts. That's real. Zendaya continues, emotion more visible now. But that's different from choosing silence because you're protecting your mental health or amplifying others. Ana nods slowly. That distinction matters. Joy looks at Ana. Do you feel differently now? Ana pauses. I feel more informed. Zendaya offers a small smile. That's all I can ask for. The audience applauds again, but it's different now. Warmer. Less confrontational. Whoopi looks between them. This is what conversation looks like. Ana nods. Even when it's uncomfortable. Zendaya agrees. Especially when it's uncomfortable. Joy glances at the clock. We have one final break. When we come back, we'll talk about what happened after the cameras stopped and how the internet reacted. The applause swells once more as the camera pulls back, capturing Zendaya thoughtful and steady, Ana reflective, and the panel collectively aware that this exchange has crossed from confrontation into something deeper and harder to ignore. The show comes back for the final time, and the atmosphere is different now. It's calmer but heavier. The kind of calm that follows something real being said out loud. The audience applauds, not wildly, but with intention. Joy nods as the clapping fades. All right, we're back for our final minutes. Whoopi looks out at the crowd. Y'all been on a journey today. A few people laugh, others clap. Zendaya sits back in her chair now, hands resting on her lap. She looks composed, but there's still emotion in her eyes. Ana Navarro adjusts slightly, no longer defensive, more reflective. Joy turns to the panel. So, during the last break, our producers showed us what's happening online. Sunny leans in. It's intense. Whoopi shakes her head. Trending worldwide. The audience reacts immediately. Joy continues. Clips of this conversation are everywhere. Some people are praising Zendaya for setting boundaries. Others are saying this is exactly the debate we need to be having. Ana nods. That doesn't surprise me. Zendaya exhales slowly. It never does. Sunny looks at her. How do you process that in real time? Zendaya shrugs lightly. I don't, not immediately. I've learned not to read everything. Because if I do, I stop being present in my actual life. Applause breaks out. Whoopi nods. That's wisdom. Ana turns towards Zendaya. I want to say something. The audience quiets. Ana continues, carefully. I came into this conversation ready to challenge you. And I did. But I also heard you. And I think what people are responding to isn't defiance, it's honesty. Zendaya looks genuinely surprised. Thank you. Ana adds, I don't agree with everything. But I respect the clarity. The crowd applauds, longer this time. Joy smiles. That's growth on live TV. Sunny laughs softly. Rare, but appreciated. Joy turns back to Zendaya. Has today changed how you feel about doing shows like this? Zendaya thinks for a moment. It reminds me why I'm selective. But it also reminds me that conversation still matters. Whoopi points at her. That's the balance. Zendaya nods. Exactly. Sunny asks, do you worry about backlash after this? Zendaya answers honestly. I expect it, but I don't regret speaking my truth. The audience applauds again. Ana interjects gently. And for what it's worth, backlash doesn't always mean you were wrong. Zendaya smiles faintly. I'm learning that. Joy glances at her cards. After the show, we're told Zendaya stayed backstage for a while. Zendaya nods. Yeah, I needed a moment. Whoopi chuckles knowingly. Live TV'll do that to you. Zendaya continues. Some of the crew came up and thanked me. Others just gave me a hug. That meant more than any headline. The audience reacts warmly. Sunny smiles. That's the real aftermath people don't see. Joy adds. And Ana, you stayed too. Ana nods. I did. We talked off camera. The crowd murmurs with curiosity. Ana looks at Zendaya. I told her that even when we disagree, these conversations push us forward. Zendaya nods. And I appreciated that. Applause fills the studio again. Whoopi looks straight into the camera. This is what grown folks talking looks like. Laughter and clapping. Joy becomes more serious. Online, reactions have been divided. Sunny says, some people are calling this one of the most honest exchanges we've had in a long time. Ana adds, others are uncomfortable. And discomfort isn't always bad. Zendaya nods. Discomfort is where reflection starts. The audience applauds once more. Joy turns to Zendaya for a final question. If you could say one thing to viewers watching this debate unfold online, what would it be? Zendaya doesn't hesitate. Remember that celebrities are people first. And people deserve boundaries. The applause is immediate and sustained. Whoopi claps along. Amen. Joy smiles warmly. Zendaya, thank you for being here. Zendaya smiles back. Thank you for having me. Ana nods at her. Truly. Zendaya returns the nod. Truly. Joy faces the camera as the applause slowly fades. This conversation doesn't end here. She gestures subtly to the audience and viewers at home. We want to hear from you. Whoopi adds. Tell us what you think. Sunny nods. Do you agree? Disagree? Ana says. Did this change your perspective? Joy concludes. Share your opinion in the comments and subscribe to the Star Talks for more real talk show stories. The audience applauds one final time as the camera pulls back, capturing Zendaya calm but resolute, Ana thoughtful, and the panel united in the understanding that what just happened wasn't scripted, wasn't easy, and won't be forgotten anytime soon.